even though Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, people can use it in daily lives. I think for the next few years, for the next 10 years, I think the primary use should be as an investment. Because that despite the fact that Bitcoin has grown so much in value, reaching 100 billion in valuation, I think there's much more room to go. I think it's really great that Malta has decided for itself that it wants to be a forefront, a leader in jurisdictional regulation for this industry. I think it's great. Yeah, crypto mass adoption, I think it's coming. I think it's, crypto, we're talking about Bitcoin mostly as a forefront, as a leader of crypto. We're in our 11th year. We've just finished 10 years of Bitcoin, which is an amazing record. We've reached $100 billion of valuation in Bitcoin alone. I think that's quite an accomplishment for the first 10 years. Imagine what another 10 years will do. In terms of adoption, I think from my early, I've been in Bitcoin for 8 years now. Time goes by really fast. And for the most part of 8 years, I view the word adoption or usage, thinking of it as using crypto to buy things, to buy goods and services, whether it's coffee at a coffee shop, buy airline tickets, buy groceries, pay for a restaurant, or go to movie tickets. But lately, I've had a change in that thought process. I'm thinking for the world, even though Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, people can use it in daily lives. I think for the next few years, for the next 10 years, I think the primary use should be as an investment. Because I realized that despite the fact that Bitcoin has grown so much in value, reaching 100 billion in valuation, I think there's much more room to go. I think it could reach and exceed gold, which is $8 trillion. So there's another 80 to 100x in terms of growth there. And I think the wider population will really benefit if they had their assets in a class of digital assets like Bitcoin that could grow another 10, 20, 50, 80 times. So I think investment is a great use case for Bitcoin. The next big thing in crypto space, we're going to continue to see more adoption and more people, more awareness. I think more governments will get involved, more regulation. This is for sure to come, more regulation, more official sanctioning, more official acceptance. And of course, there's going to be more stable coins. Today, stable coins are launched by private firms. I think we'll see sort of government-backed stable coins. That'll be very exciting. It could be, down the road, we'll see central bank-backed stable coins. That'll be very exciting. But in the end, in terms of adoption and the trend, I think more and more people get involved first as investor, meaning mining is not for the mass market, like Bitcoin mining. I think that's going to be very niche for professional industrial mining. However, for investment, I think it's going to really open up to the world where everyone can hold Bitcoin, can really invest and hold an ownership stake in Bitcoin, so that when Bitcoin value goes up, when the paper money value goes down, people can hedge for the inflationary, for the loss of purchasing power. They can hedge that by having Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Well, so in terms of blockchain adoption, I have a very interesting perspective. Much of the industry's so-called understanding of blockchain adoption, blockchain applications, I actually disagree with. I think blockchain, the word has been overused, has been misused, has been overhyped, and the reason is that people are confusing between what I call true blockchain from private databases. I think for something to be a blockchain, it has to be decentralized, has to be public, meaning no private control over it, has to be immutable, has to be permissionless, meaning that you don't need permission or authorization to contribute, to play a role in proof of work mining on blockchain. So in that sense, the only real blockchains that qualify my definition of blockchains are the ones that power true cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum uses a blockchain. So these are the main ones. All the other sort of blockchains that are private, that are consortium, that are permissioned blockchain, I don't give a lot of attention to that. I think those are just database applications. I think they have their use in the industry, but to me, It's just like Hilton Hotels has their rewards program they manage, which is a great rewards program, Hilton Honors. But that should be that's a permission database to manage that, and to me, that's not a blockchain application per se. For me, it's getting exposed. For me, the best thing about the Malta Summit, blockchain summit, is to get exposed to the people here. I've learned that the regulatory climate here is very favorable, not just in the past to online gaming industry, but now to the blockchain industry. So I think it's really great that Malta has decided for itself that it wants to be a forefront, a leader in jurisdictional regulation for this industry. I think it's great.